had a power supply issue with the truck. Could or could not be a potential booze bag running around, or could be a potential power surge because of the electricity by these Mountaineer fans. At the Life Science Building, as we try to re-kick off a massive weekend for the history of Morgantown, West Virginia. We are joined by two legends, Owen Schmitt and Pat White. Tone Diggs is here. The Toxic Table is here. And Owen, before we got cut off, we were starting to have a conversation about the sense of feeling that you have whenever you look around at the Life Sciences Building, in between Brooks Hall, underneath everything happening here in West Virginia. How do you feel about the state of West Virginia football?
This is what tenacity feels like, baby. Boom. This is it right here.
How do you feel about the state of the West Virginia Mountaineers right now?
Believe. Believe.
Like Ted Lasso, you got to smack the board up there. Whenever you think about the Big 12 as a whole, this is a year where, with the 12-team college football playoff, the West Virginia Mountaineers can make it in there. And to both of you, which I've already done 1,000 times, we win the Big 12 we're in, we got a home field playoff game. But even if you slip up this year, you have a chance to make it into the college football playoff. A win over Penn State week 1 is a massive ordeal for like indicator votes down the line. How do you feel like the Big 12 is going to shape up, and what are your thoughts about how this West Virginia team is going to do in the conference?
We got a great shot. I mean, we've made some good key player adjustments here in the offseason. I know those guys, Mike Joseph and the gang, has got those strength and conditioning stuff, on par 100%. And as far as what we got, we got threats. We got running backs, we got quarterbacks,
wide.
We got wide receivers,
wide.
And we got Cole Taylor.
Wide.
Love that. Tight end, obviously an absolute beast. Pat White, when you see Garrett Greene run wild on the field, does it make you have those visions of those Thursday nights whenever you were running all over stupid-ass Louisville or Maryland, or these other schools that you used to run up and down the field? What are your thoughts on Garrett Greene, the quarterback?
I think with that number 6, he might one-up me.
Oh,
No. He's that guy. But when I look at West Virginia now and the new Big 12, it's sort of reminiscent of the old Big East, right? When we came in, all the quote-unquote top dogs had left, and we weren't supposed to be the top dog, but we became the top dog. Now we are the top dog. And we should run with this thing.
I like what you said there, because the Big East had transformation there. Miami had left, Virginia Tech had left, I believe Maryland had left. There was a team, they all went down to the ACC. We remained in the Big East. And it was very similar to what happened with the Big 12, with Texas and Oklahoma leaving, and people thought the Big East was gonna die. That Pitt team had a good run whenever we were there. That Louisville team had a good run when we were there. That Rutgers team had a good run whenever we were there. That Connecticut team had a good run whenever we were there. But there was no team that ran like the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's go.
There was a three-headed monster in the backfield. It was Owen Schmitt, Steve Slayton, and Pat White. Right now, C.J. Donaldson is a name that people know. If he can get back to being fully healthy, Garrett Greene is going to run wild and into the hearts of many across America tomorrow at noon. It does feel reminiscent of the glory days, and I think this crowd is ready for it. I think Morgantown is ready for another big-time run in the football world. Feels like it, doesn't it, Pat? It does.
I think it's going to happen.
I think we should bring back the whole couch burning thing.
Yep.
You better be burning them couches Saturday, baby.
Whoa.
Light them up.
No, we don't need that.
What do you mean bring it back? What happened?
So they banned it.
Why?
What? Who?
Well, to be clear, I think it's always been banned, which, I don't think you're allowed to just burn shit in the middle of the street.
In Morgantown, you are.
But
yeah, see a lot of burning right over there, too. A lot of smoking over there.
Hey, yeah, we got some kids smoking CBD behind us here. We had a guy get arrested earlier in an Owen Schmitt jersey.
Hell yeah, right.
There's been, obviously, the good times. But, Owen, thinking back to those celebrations, okay? And we talk about the couch burning. We talk about Sunnyside, what it used to be. We talk about High Street. We talk about Frat Row. If West Virginia beats Penn State tomorrow as 8.5-point dogs at noon, that game ends at 3:30. That's a lot of time on a Saturday night.
Woo.
What do you... Have you thought about that at all? Because I have. I thought this was a night game in Morgantown for a while. Then I found out it's a noon game, and I was like, hold the phone. All of a sudden, you got another 12 hours after this game ends for West Virginia to celebrate. I think they're going to do as such, Owen. I believe they're going to do as such.
Here's what I'm going to say. When we win.
Yep.
All right, when we win. All right. the couches will burn.
Connor, you got booed earlier. You have a West Virginia shirt on. Obviously, our soccer team is undefeated and has a game tonight, and they're very, very, very good. What are your thoughts on West Virginia football, and how about college football last night getting started in a massive way?
Yeah, college football last night was incredible, but again, you know, you're watching Colorado, and you know they're not going to be the beast of the Big 12. That's West Virginia, baby. Come on. Guys, it's so fun. The juice in this place is just incredible. It really does feel like West Virginia is back. What Pat and Owen have just said, you know, I echo those same sentiments, and it is wide open. You know, Utah played, South Bum, you know, whatever you're going to say there, but they aren't, you know, the beasts of the Big 12. The beasts of the Big 12, I mean, they're Mountaineers, baby. This is what... This is why we're here. We didn't come to West Virginia because you guys went here. We came to West Virginia because there's a chance they do run the table. There's a chance Garrett Greene goes on and wins the Heisman. There's a chance, you know, Neil Brown with that goatee turns into Bear Bryant, okay? I mean, this isn't just some podunk town anymore, okay? This is a football town that's going to win tonight in soccer, and then tomorrow at noon, they're going to beat the shit out of Penn State. I mean, it's not even going to be close. Look, I know Drew Aller's 6'8", okay? He's a big son of a bitch. But you know what they do in West Virginia? They chop trees, baby. They go down. They cut them down at the knees. Yeah, they do. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Lumberjacks, baby. I mean, I'm pumped. I'm truly pumped for tomorrow. It's just nice to have football back in the air, and I'm glad that West Virginia, Morgantown, is once again the center of the college football landscape, baby.
Now, to be clear, what you just said, obviously, to these fine people was magic, and some of that good stuff.
True. Yeah, I didn't say that.
I don't know.
I didn't say that.
He's getting mushy. He is getting a little mushy. He's getting a little emotional.
Yeah.
Drew's getting mushy.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's getting very mushy. Yeah, the guy's getting real mushy. He's crying. His onion's being cut. I think that's why he's getting all mushy.
Watched a sad movie last night.
But what happened earlier was our generators overheated over there because it is hot as shit here in Morgantown. And these people have been standing out here for hours. And that's the shot that you don't get to see. Straight out the back is obviously big. Look up this hill.
Pandemonium. Nuts. It's madness out there, boys. Madness.
Oh, shit. This is what it's all about, baby.
They're just getting absolutely burnt out there. The game doesn't start for another 24 hours. And we're going to need you in the second half, and these people will show up. That's what West Virginia does. Now, speaking of showing up, last night college football did in a big way. There was a thriller in Colorado between North Dakota State and the Colorado Buffaloes. North Dakota State, obviously one of the top teams in D1 AA.
That's right.
Not D2.
Hey,
Not
get it
D2.
right. Get it right. I'm sorry.
FCS, son of a bitch.
And they're a very disciplined squad. And we knew that people that were potentially casuals to college football did not know about North Dakota State's greatness. But there is no way in hell that Coach Prime wanted his team to play on a Thursday night against a Dakota team on national television. And if I was Prime, I'd say, yes, I definitely wanted that. But some easier team would have been much nicer. Last night's game was phenomenal. I think what we took away from it was that North Dakota State is certainly a wagon, but Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are going to be a problem for everybody. Now, the conversation goes beyond that because they also have Jimmy Horn Jr., who was running wild. Both those guys had 7 receptions, over 100 yards. Shedeur threw for 400 yards and some. And that, what's being chanted here in Morgantown is being chanted on the internet at a very massive clip. They still seemingly have some of the same problems, at least in the first half, that they had last year. Offensive line was kind of getting bullied a little bit. The defense wasn't able to stop anything. Shiloh was taking cheap shots seemingly every single play, trying to set a tone. He got called for it. He stopped, I think. But nonetheless, this Colorado team was a spectacle. Shedeur takes shots like that, stands right up. I think he's a tough guy. I think he can spin it. I appreciate the way he goes about his business, but I don't know if what we saw last night leads to Colorado going to the college football playoff, and I don't know if what we saw last night leads to them winning 4 games, which a lot of people on the internet thought. I thought they were happy to get a win. We move along to next week to Nebraska, and we keep trying to stack some things, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, I think we found out what we already knew, and that's that Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are 2 of the most electrifying guys in college football. It's just the way it is. But like you said, the expectation, I mean, like, you're expected to win that game last night. It's at home. We knew, I mean, and you talk about the defense, like Shedeur said going into the half, he's like, hey, we have to score on every possession. So, I can't throw interceptions. We can't have 3 and outs. We got to clean some stuff up. But you're right. Like, you're supposed to win that game. We'll find out.
This catch is not supposed to be caught, though.
That was ridiculous. That was one of the best catches in college football in the last several years. But like you said, we'll find out next week what Colorado's really all about. Because Nebraska, obviously under Matt Rule, like, there's a lot of hype with them. Colorado's dogs going into that game. If they have a good showing against Nebraska, I think that kind of quells a lot of the doubt that people have.
That catch right there is up for catch of the year. There was a guy that caught a football earlier on this hill, one-handed with a camera, going to be up for catch of the year as well as they were tossing the football around out here. But what Travis Hunter did last night, and there was people on the internet, and I saw people that I respect with big brains saying, this dude's a wide receiver. What are we doing?
Yeah.
He didn't make a couple tackles. He got blocked early, and I think people are like, he's not going to put his. He's a lockdown corner.
Yep.
He is not a lot of lockdown corners are being asked to go fill the run or go make tackles, especially if you're doing 120 plays.
Yeah, played every snap but 2 last time.
He is a freak show to watch. It is so much fun to see them play football. But once again, there's still a lot of questions to be asked. Pat White, as a man who led an incredibly successful offense for a long time, what are your thoughts on the Colorado offense and Shedeur and Travis and Jimmy and everything they're doing over there?
2, 5, and 12 are talented. I know they say 12 won't tackle, but I saw him come and plug a hole once. 2, timing. He has it down pat. He understands the timing of the offense. He throws a great ball. And I don't think people give him the respect or credit he deserves for his touch on his passes. And, again, like you said, he's a tough guy. He's going to stand in there and take the hit and make the throw. So they'll do great until they come to Morgantown.
Hell yeah.
As a guy who was a former D1 AA football player yourself, what did you expect from North Dakota State last night? What are your thoughts on Colorado's win?
Well, here's what I got to say. Colorado, it was NDSU. Hey, no disrespect. Listen, Tyler Roll, offense coordinator there last year, they have a stout run game with some of the best. All right, some of the best. All right. It's still 1 AA. Okay, what are you doing, Colorado?
Oh, right.
You don't know.
It's good football. It was a good win.
What's a good win?
Any win.
Any win. So we're on that boat last year, huh?
Okay, just real quick, talking about any win. When we get the big win tomorrow, it's not going to just be talked about any win. It's going to be talked about a historic win. And the name that's going to be associated with it is the starting quarterback for the West Virginia Mountaineers, Garrett Greene.
Great tarp.
That's a phenomenal shirt.
You like it?
Yes, I absolutely love it. We have a chair for you if you want it. You can do whatever
Garrett Greene. Best fans in the nation. Love you guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Garrett, I don't want to, hype up the game too much. I think we all kind of understand what's happening here.
Yep.
They canceled classes K through 12 so that we could start this weekend early. Okay?
Yep.
These fans have been out here, some of them since literally 4 a.m. And the energy is only going to continue through noon tomorrow to go watch your ass run wild all over Mountaineer Field.
Yep.
How do you feel? I feel like you're a guy that's built for the moment, but how do you feel here 1 day removed?
Yeah, we feel great. Had a great week of prep. We're really looking forward to going out there tomorrow at 12:06 and playing in front of the best fans in the country.
Okay, so Mountaineer Field's going to go bananas. The electricity is palpable starting this morning all the way through.
Yep.
Tonight, what's your mindset? What's your thoughts? What's the rest of prep look like for Friday? So then I assume tomorrow morning, all systems go to run absolutely bonkers around the Penn State Nittany Lions. That's not him saying that, James Franklin.
No.
That's me saying that, James Franklin.
Yeah, we're gonna do our routine on Friday nights. Wake up tomorrow morning, ready to go and ready to kick this thing off.
I don't want to. The boys will have some questions for you. Last one for me. Has it felt different this week? Have you viewed it differently?
There you go.
Good ring to it.
Good syllables.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
You're in the Heisman conversation. early, which is massive respect to you and everything you did last year. But how have you guys viewed this year? Have we just tried to keep it as a normal game week, or do you understand that this is a massive game for the program, for the state, and for the team as a whole?
Yeah, obviously you can feel it. You know, you can just, even like a month ago, you could feel it around campus. And, you know, this team's ready to go. We've had a great camp. You know, we're ready to go play tomorrow.
Connor has a question for you, GG.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Neil Breezy shirt on. It looks unbelievable. One of the things that we took away from Neil Brown as of late is that sweet, sweet goatee. Was that your idea when the team saw that? Was that something that everyone just kind of rallied around, or how does the team feel about the new facial hair?
I think the team loves it. He's a known goatee guy, and I think he'd be the first to say that. So I think the goatee is here to stay.
Thank God. Wow.
Have you seen a different Neil Brown this year? The Neil Breezy shirts are awesome. Like, I love everything about it.
Sweet.
But has it felt like a new Neil Brown this year, like with the team that you guys have? Because there was a time where we were trusting to climb. They were saying some bad things about him, and that's going to happen at West Virginia, a place that is very passionate about their football. But now expectations are through the roof. Have you sensed any difference between Coach Neil Brown, other than the look in the sweet American flag hat that he was wearing on SEC TV a week ago?
Yeah, the American flag hat was great.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's been the same guy. You know, I think he expects a lot out of this team, rightfully so. We got the pieces to go do something special. So like fall camp was really hard, spring ball was really hard. So now it's just about putting all those pieces together and going to play.
Pat White has a question for you, GG.
Essentially, at the receiver position, you all don't get much respect. But can you talk about the guys that people are sleeping on, that you get to throw to every day, and that are going to show up on Saturday and make things happen for you?
Yeah, I think we start with Morgantown's own Preston Fox. Yeah, no, he's been great, super dependable. You got another West Virginia kid, Hudson Clement, who's been special. And then one that's close to my heart, we share the same hometown, Traylon Ray, is going to be, he had some big-time plays last year. And then we got two new guys, Justin Robinson, transfer, who's a big physical guy, and then Jaden Bray, transfer from Oklahoma State. They're super physical. They can kind of do it all. And then we got a tight end who's 6'7" and can run the hell out of a route. So we're special on all areas of the field. And now it's just up to us to go prove it.
Pat, I don't know if you know this, but after the spring game, the person that hosted the chemistry, camaraderie building cookout for the entire team was Garrett Greene. So that's always good. Whenever the quarterback is the one that's hosting the cookout, the hangout. How tight is this team? Does it feel like the chemistry is through the roof? And what should we expect maybe from the crew?
Yeah, I think really going back to January, we've had a lot of really tight cookouts together, with the whole
Morgantown cookouts.
Morgantown cookouts, yeah. And then kind of the spring game was the big cookout.
Yeah, you're good. Just power through it. Yeah, it's not your fault. It's ours.
But yeah, no, this team's really, really tight. Kind of going from both sides of the ball. Offense, defense. Everybody's super tight, and we're all bought in for one goal.